Mark.
Can you hear me? For real?
I can hear you, Mark. What do you got for me, son?
Third time lucky, Terry, I tell you, mate. That is what you call persistence at its team, man. I mean, you've had more debutants in this show tonight than what Carlton's had this entire year. How ironic is that? And I had to say it, man, because bloody Palm and you had Rash from Dubai, Adam again from Arizona, and Jack from Malta. Everyone's already taken all my points, man. I already came prepped up. I mean, I was literally waiting at the very start. And here we are 2 hours later, which we're finally here. But tonight, summed it up in 2 words. And I'm not going to say it. This guy's going to say it. Just hold up 1 second, mate. 1 second. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Ruthless, aggressive.
Come on!
Oh, let him know, mate. You're right, Mark. You're right. 52 tackles in the first half. We needed them to come out with the spirit.
That was the beginning of the ruthless aggression era. Hence, that wrestler, John Cena, has won the same amount of titles as what Carlton's won premierships. And we only hope to that day when he has his 17th record, we have our 17th flag in the same year. Wouldn't that be something? But now, let's talk about the game. We're here to talk about the game. So,
yes,
it's taken us 20 rounds to finally play as one. Wouldn't you agree? And everybody else that's been on the show tonight, you know, everyone's had their individual, you know, shout outs and whatnot, but we're all talking about the team. That team, you know, if it was Honey 2 goals and, you know, 4 to 5 score involvements in particular, 3-4 tackles. Tom Williamson, when does he bloody kick 2 goals? And I mean, Sam Walsh even kicked 3, which was his career best as well. And when he's hitting the scoreboard, that makes him more deadly. I mean, what I will say with Sam Walsh in particular, if maybe he could start turning into the Dusties, the Bontempellis, the Dangerfields, the Fives, for example, because those guys on a week-to-week, year-to-year basis kick your multiple goals a game. And you know what? There is a possibility that one day he could kick a 4 or 5, if not 6. Because, I mean, even Michael Voss in his day in the Brisbane Lions glory days, midfielders like that, they just do it on a weekly, yearly basis. But yeah, I just wanted to say for Joseph Adamo, and you could shout this out to the Almost Blues brothers, because I still haven't forgotten, despite I've probably waiting since all night. He said, when was the last time we won 11 games? Pretty simple. 2013, we're obviously Essendon. We got a lifeline. There was us, Adelaide, West Coast, Brisbane and North Melbourne, all vying for the 8, and they're all on 10 wins. So really, it was more like rewarding mediocre of who would get 8th. Funny enough, we took that chance, and we ended up obviously going through the second week of the finals, and it would have been pretty funny if we had gone all the way that year to take advantage of that rule. But anyways, 11 wins in 2013, hence the last time we played finals. And obviously the first time under Mark Lejudice, obviously he's finally gone past the 8 wins. It felt like the 8th win was like climbing Mount Everest, for God's sakes, or someone trying to have a Cuban cigar thinking, thank God for that. But anyways, look, let's not get all hoodwinked. I mean, I just wanted to say before, I think you'll probably have Vince coming on soon. I happened to listen to his 3AW radio interview with Tom Elliott. Very, 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 very good. What more can I say? I mean, I can give you plenty of intellectual words if I wanted to, but I think that's what we need for the club to know, that we can't just think it's all sunshines, lollipops and rainbows, you know what I mean? Like, we've got to understand the fact that we as paid up members do have the right to obviously have a say to who we want inside the club. I mean, at the end of the day, all we want is results. I couldn't care if, look, there's a lot of questions about people saying, could we get Alistair Clarkson and obviously Ross Lyon, but then at the same time, well, we still don't forgive Clarko for what he did to Fev and everything else. I mean, it's still going to be the talking point till to this day. But you think of Coach Carter, yeah? He demand so much. And if you have to get brutal into that business, you got to do what it takes to win. Mind you, this is going to be an outside the box, but I think I've probably mentioned this quite a fair bit on the pages, but I'm a fan of Brad Scott. because what he did with that North Melbourne team for a good, 9 years or so, a decade, he got that side into 2 preliminary finals and they didn't even make the top 4 from the home and away season. So imagine if he had, we've got a talented enough team. It's just more of trying to really buy in of what they're capable of. So that's the outside of the box thinking there where, he knows what it takes to obviously win a premiership that he did at the Brisbane Lions days. He was a hard nut, played across half back. So, and he's even, I think, had plenty of experience as an assistant coach through at Collingwood and even through, trying to think of another club as well, but before he got to North. But anyways,
let's bring it back. Let's bring it back to tonight. Let's bring it back, mate. I want to know your unsung hero before I let you go.
Well, Charlie Curnow's 60-metre bomb. Just have a few Cuban cigars with that, Terry. I mean, that was moist, mate. Moist. I mean, I don't want to go too MMA R-rated, but if I did, I know what I'd be saying, but all I just got to say with that is it was just beautiful. It was just a fine work of art, really. It was almost like, your good old Leonardo da Vinci type performance. But look, as I said, all team round performance. It was good to see everybody just doing their bit. I can go on all night, really, but
you've summarised it.
But at the same time, I just wanted to say also quickly, when was the last time that, as a side, we were able to kick 18-4, let alone that accurate? We're even like 14-2, 14-1 actually.
First time in our club's history. It's the most accurate we've ever been in our club's history. So there's
18-4. 18-4. You're looking at about 90%. I mean, 22 scoring shots to 21, but. Jack Silvani, if anything, I believe that bloke has played in every position as possible. A forward, as a defender, in the midfield, in the ruck. He's even played as a tagger. Now, whether you've heard this aloud or not, but I've even said it to my best mate, Alex. Shout out to him and a few of the other boys and girls. Yep. He is the ultimate man that could be the sacrifice to basically being a underrated X factor. That you could just sign him up to put him anywhere at any time on the ground. And at the same time, would have loved to have won the last quarter because we haven't won all 4 quarters in one game this year. And this was an opportunity we were looking for. Ready?
Correct. Mark.
Blood!
Very nice, my friend. It's time to go. I've got to move on.
Bring on Gold Coast next week. Got to back it up, boys. Have to back it up. See you next week.
Yes, we do. Well done, brother.